Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that are going to make you question reality. And yo, I got my 5K shirt on. I'm about to run a 5K today. So guys, wish me luck. I mean, I hope he don't do that one.
Look at this. No, but Douce bottles. There must be some shit inside. You see that? You know them symbols mean something, you feel me? And it's right in front of this spot here. And that shit look a little wicked, so.
It do.
Sheesh.
What's going on with that one?
This happened years ago now, and if you look at it and listen to the words that Rosie O'Donnell says, think of how similar it is to everything going on in the Middle East right now. And listen to how many corporations she says owns the media. This is why she's not on TV anymore. Joy Behar sucks. Still.
And if you want to know what's happening in the world, go outside of the U.S. media, because it's owned by 4 corporations. One of them is this one. And you know what? Go outside of the country to find out what's going on in our own country, because it's frightening. It's frightening. And if you don't...
we're being brainwashed as a whole country. I think not.
I think democracy is threatened in a way it hasn't been in 200 years, and if America doesn't stand up, we're in big trouble.
Yeah, and here's the trouble.
Big facts. Big facts.
This is how disgusting this place is.
What is that?
That is blood. And you can see all the flies flying around just from my video. This place is freaking gross, dude. I hate this place. I hate coming here. I'm always sitting for hours waiting to get loaded. I'm a tanker. Picking up chicken fat. There's chicken blood and feathers and guts everywhere. This place is gross. Simmons Foods in Southwest City, Missouri. Gross.
That is nasty, but I didn't expect it to be clean. Yeah, that was strange. It says the pagers that exploded in Lebanon were manufactured in Taiwan, and the Taiwanese semiconductor industry is owned by the U.S. I don't trust none of these devices no more. I don't trust these headphones on my head right now.
Guys, go check the Nutter Butter official account.
Nutter Butter. Huh?
Just go. Doesn't matter. You're asking me which video I saw. Just doesn't matter. Just pick one. Just go there. All I've got to say is I'm never deleting this app.
Watch. So, you see the guy that's going in there? Yeah. Just watch right here. And that's him. Like,
What the heck?
oh my God.
Yeah, you can see like a shadow down there still. You see that? It's still a shadow over there. That's... That's crazy.
Wow.
Yo, he's really chasing them backwards. That's crazy.
I realize now that a major reason I never doubted these ideas is that I'd never been shown an alternative for how fossils could have formed. I never heard one person in my earlier years ever mention that a giant catastrophe, especially the Great Deluge recorded in the Bible, could have buried creatures rapidly and completely and formed fossils very quickly. After revisiting the whole idea of fossilization many years later, I realized that evolutionary researchers can't explain many things according to that long-age paradigm, which is likely why they've more recently begun to embrace and incorporate catastrophic explanations into their evolutionary system. Like why they've found fossilized animals in the middle of very specific short-term activities and actions, like eating or giving birth. For example, a fossil of a squid-like creature was discovered in the southern coast of England with its arm wrapped around a fish with a head that was crushed. This supposed 200 million year old fossil was discovered in the 19th century, but was recently re-examined and identified as the oldest known example of a coleoid, a class of cephalopods that includes octopuses, squids, and cuttlefish, attacking its prey. It appears that the belemnoid captured, killed, and was about to eat a fish when, according to evolutionary researchers, both animals were buried in sediment so suddenly by a catastrophic event that they were entombed instantaneously, and obviously fossilized quite quickly before decay set in.
Atlantic Records kicked over 30 artists off their label, right? Okay. Last night, Diddy got arrested for racketeering. What if some of the artists that Atlantic Records released were involved in these Diddy allegations? And the label doesn't want that trail to come back to them, so they released the artist. I'm not saying that they didn't do that for another reason, but I do find it coincidental that Diddy got arrested and he can't even get out. He tried to give $50 million to them and they won't even give him a bond at all. That's how serious it is. Like, he's cooked. And then the label beforehand let go of all of these artists. Could it possibly be that they're trying to protect their brand or their assets and business from what these artists that got let go are about to be exposed for? Who knows? I also feel like the Young Thug trial and all of that stuff has something to do with Diddy getting caught too. I think that the feds are connected. They've been studying the trail, and Young Thug and Diddy are somehow connected, y'all. Another thing that I feel like is, I'm gonna just put this in part 2.
One of the first groups to fight the U.S. Army, guerrilla style, were the Haitians. The peasants took up arms to fight the U.S. Army during the 1915 to 1934 invasion of Haiti. So, the more you know.
Residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking.
Your head looks like the top of an eraser.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Camouflage ass. You know what? You so fucking lucky I have black and white brothers and sisters. Because if I said what I wanted to say to you right now, my white brothers and sisters would be very upset. Oh, bitch, you lucky I know Jesus.
Discovered really by Pat. Play the breaking news.
If I said what I wanted to say to you right now, my white brothers and sisters would be very upset. Oh, bitch, you lucky I know Jesus.
Well, some breaking news. Congress has been briefed on a object heading towards Earth discovered by the James Webb Telescope. I'm going to play this live now. It's about an hour and something long. I'm only going to play a short clip of it. If you want to go and watch the full live, please go over to the Vetted channel, which is on YouTube, hosted by Patrick. On there, there's Simon Holland is on there. You've got Pavel that's on there, and you've got the guy from the night shift. And Simon gave some fascinating information on what has been discovered really by James. We've basically already discovered we are not alone. But this being put in the hands now of Congress, being told that there is something heading towards planet Earth, what the hell is it? This needs to be released to people, so please take a look at this.
I actually can give you like a time frame of when it all started. I saw a video of Simon talking about the SETI modulation that was found in the early 2000s. And I made a video about it, and I reached out to him, and he was really gracious to go on the channel for the first time. And we talked about this. And since then, I've been following the story, talking to people on my end. I've been hearing rumblings about James Webb. And to be honest, if there's something or someone that's going to reveal anything of substance in terms of disclosure, I don't think it's going to come from the government. I think it's going to come from James Webb or scientists or YouTube, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
And then last Sunday, I saw Matt Ford interviewing Lou Elizondo, and he asked him an unsettling question that made me connect the dots. And I asked around, and I got that information about Congress, people in Congress being briefed about James Webb, and something that has been going around for a while now, apparently.
And what did they brief them on about James Webb?
I am only comfortable saying the stuff that is not like going to potentially scare people, because I don't like that. I'm not down with doomers or anything like that. So they're being briefed about that. James Webb confirmed two things, allegedly. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, allegedly.
One is that these lights may have been spotted about 0.9 light years away. If that information is inaccurate, maybe Simon can help out fill in the blanks. And the other one is the one that made me do the video, which is that people are being told that they spotted an object that is not natural because it course corrected, that is allegedly approaching here. So that's not something.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. There may be something headed for Earth. A non-human object, potentially. Is that the theory? Again, this is all allegedly, but we're spitballing.
That's what that's what I was told, that they're telling people in Congress.
Yeah. And do you think like a craft? We don't know.
They just said an object.
An object. Yeah.
Now that's just a short clip. There is much more that is spoken about in this live, about lights, that instant travel that they have from Omaha to, I can't remember the other thing. They have the technology already to be able to, usually it takes 30 minutes to tell the rover on Mars to turn left, for example. They can now do that instantly, so they can actually move that robot instantaneously, which is something we thought we couldn't have, this quantum instant communication. We now have that. This is what Simon Holland speaks about, so everybody needs to go and please watch this live. If you would like me to share it, I can break it down. It's about an hour and just under 2 hours. I can break it down into 30-minute parts or something and put it on my TikTok channel. Just let me know which you'd rather me do.
Well, the mothership's already here. We seen that in the video yesterday. You know, the video where the little oars got dropped off of a ship and then started making formations. And then, yeah, so where did they get dropped off from? There's already something here. And I think this is just more of that alien disclosure, you know, that they're trying to get us ready for. They're passing out UFO handbooks, talking about the James Webb Telescope seeing something from so far away. Now they're talking about how they can instantaneously control a rover on Mars with a quantum computer. So my question is, did you put the quantum computer on the rover before you sent it, back whenever you sent it?
They had shit that they asked to take out the episode. You know what they didn't ask to take out? Your racist slander.
First of all, after you seen that clip, Andrew Schultz know he racist. He letting y'all know he racist, so why y'all keep watching his shit? Number two, James and Fuad, y'all are fucked. The fact he told on y'all. He said y'all had a chance to edit out what y'all wanted to edit out. And y'all took a lot of stuff out, but didn't give a shit about what y'all said about black women. Well, y'all not defending us. Y'all didn't say nothing about that. Y'all had a long time, and y'all could have edited out a lot of stuff, and y'all chose not to. So y'all didn't care, number one. That's why y'all apology was trash. Number one. Number two, and all the old clips that are coming out already says a lot about y'all. Y'all ain't never been shit. Number three, when he said,
Whatever was like, hey, we really think that's inappropriate. We'd like to take that out. That's very uncomfortable. Their fight and flight instinct really kicked in after the power down. But with that joke about the black women, nothing really seemed, the fight or flight wasn't really there. Afterwards.
Now, when he said that, y'all know he purposely did that shit to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He saw all the traction y'all was getting. He said y'all got 8 million followers. Y'all making money. Black men making money. He said, oh, I'm going to trap them. Because they're ignorant. He knew y'all didn't fuck with black women like that. He knew that. He planned that. He was laughing in your face. He was like, oh, they really didn't care about black women. Oh, they laughing at y'all. They laughing at y'all apology. Because he know y'all was with the shit. So he called it out. So y'all won't make no money. He knew that was going to affect y'all pockets. He said it, and he knew that was going to affect y'all pockets. He knew he wasn't going to have to apologize because half of his following are just as racist as he is, or just as clueless as that stupid-ass black dude that was cackling on the couch.
Serious guys, and I want it. Al, stop fucking laughing, dude. They're defending their community.
The chicoonery.
You know?
He was really cackling on the couch. Then the other dumbass dude that's next to him, you don't have to protect anybody. You don't have to protect anybody. Why wouldn't you? I bet you protect your people, your mama.
You know?
When somebody was talking bad about your mama, your sister, your homegirl, you want to say nothing? If you wouldn't, something wrong with your stupid ass too. James and Fuad, pack it up. Hang it up, flat screen. Y'all done.
Biggest steam engine in the entire world, huh? You know what's crazy is we used to have a bunch of these all over the states, right? But then, for some stupid reason, the people that were here decided they wanted to crash them into each other. They said, you know what? We don't know what to do with these trains. We just found them. Let's sell tickets and crash them into each other. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
James, Fuhan, you have some splaining to do. I asked y'all where was he. I said, where's he? The one y'all was yupping for. Where's he? And baby, he done finally came out and spoke about all of the controversy and everything y'all going through. And you know what he did? He laughed. They talked about the whole controversy for about 20 minutes total, and they really spent like the first 5 minutes making super racist jokes between Andrew and Akash, who's Indian, and they was like going back and forth with stereotypes and prejudices, trying to prove that this is what we do. We can take the jokes. And then they spent about the next 10 minutes analyzing y'all apology and laughing at you. They laughed at you.
Look at how sad he is over on the left.
Like, it is, yeah. Fight the fight is a real thing. And
He is. Do you see how? We should go back. We should go back because he's going through it right now. Look how he practiced this. I'm gonna pick my skin on my finger.
Guys.
No. I need you to watch him. Look, he bite his bottom lip.
He laughed at you. Him and his little friends sat around and they laughed at your apology. They mocked y'all apology. They laughed at your response. And you know why they laughed at your response? Because Andrew done told on y'all. He done spilled a little of the tea and how inauthentic your apology actually was. Why? Because guess what?
You know what's mad funny about this? Is that they had shit that they asked to take out the episode. You know what they didn't ask to take out?
Your racist slander. Why is your nose twitching?
They had shit. Their producer, whatever, was like, "Hey, we really think that's inappropriate. We'd like to take that out. That's very uncomfortable." Their fight and flight instinct really kicked in after the power down. But with that joke about the black women, nothing really seemed. The fight or flight wasn't really there.
Your delivery was too good. I think
maybe they were seduced by the delivery.
Yeah.
I like them. I feel bad they're going through this, but you don't got to protect anybody. That's what I would say.
So you mean to tell me y'all had the opportunity to delete the part that made you so uncomfortable, the part that made you fight or flight? You had the opportunity to ask for that to be edited out and you didn't. Why? Because this was a genuine laugh. Y'all really got a good little kiki. Y'all didn't see no problems with that moment in the moment. Just stand on business. Be honest. Stand on business. Say that, hey, y'all, we thought it was funny. We didn't think y'all would be offended. We're sorry you offended. Y'all could have just said that. We knew that's how you really felt.
I'm no conspiracy theorist, right? But the reason you haven't heard of echoism has nothing to do with echoism not being a thing. I promise you, stop what you're doing, go to Google Scholar, type in for academic papers on echoism, look up the research on echoism. It's not because echoism doesn't exist that you haven't heard of it. The only reason you haven't heard of it is because narcissism always dominates echoism, and echo is by definition invisible and silent. Irrelevant, stupid, we don't want to hear from you, go away, we don't give a shit about you. Even the term echoism, people look at my page and they go, oh, that's quite interesting, but I don't really think that's a thing, because if it was a thing, I would have heard of it, which I understand. I would do the same thing. I'd think, well, surely if this was a real thing, we'd have heard of it by now, wouldn't we? Ironically, it really is a thing. You really haven't heard of it. The fact that you haven't heard of it speaks more to the nature of echoism, the very fact of what echoism is, than the fact that it doesn't exist.
Aliens over Guadalajara, Mexico. The videos are going absolutely viral. There have been captures of the actual ship flying over la ciudad de Guadalajara, Mexico. I am here to inform the public that is not an alien. I actually know what that is. That is my tío Jesus's tent. He called me 20 minutes ago ecstatic because he is now TikTok famous. Well, his tent is, para mi gente en español, la carpa donde vas a quedarte a dormir en cuando estás campando. Esa carpa es de mi tío Jesús. Él vive en Guadalajara. So what happens is us Mexicans, we keep two things on top of our roofs because it's flat. Our chihuahuas and tents because they take up too much space. But what can happen sometimes is a lot of wind comes through the cities and they can make the tents go flying, and sometimes they get stuck in wind drafts or currents and they start spinning and they look like omnis, like UAPs, alien extraterrestrial ships, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, my Theo called me all ecstatic because he's now TikTok famous. He's like, they're taking videos of my carpa, mijo, my tent. It's famous now. Can I go to Los Angeles? No, Theo. Jesus Christ. Why does this always happen to me and my family? Like, Cheeseman follows us everywhere. I know I do that for a living, but... So if you see the videos of Guadalajara aliens, that's not an alien. That's my Tío Jesus's tent that he bought in El Paso. And I know because I was with him. We bought it at Marshall's. I can't believe this.
Yo, was he trolling? I ain't never seen a video of no aliens in Guadalajara, but there probably is something on TikTok. If y'all seen that video, let me know if he trolling.
I'm also announcing that as part of our additional tax cuts, we will end all taxes on overtime.
Open up your books to page 592 and let's get started. So if you see right here, it says, Congress should provide flexibility to employers and employees to calculate the overtime period over a long number of weeks. Specifically, employers and employees should be able to set a 2 or 4 week period over which to calculate overtime. This would give workers greater flexibility to work more hours in 1 week and fewer hours in the next, and would not require the employer to pay them more for that same total number of hours worked during the entire period. So instead of being paid overtime for exceeding that standard 40-hour work week, that all now can change. We're looking at if you worked 60 hours in 1 week and the employer goes, you know what, we only need you 20 hours next week. Guess what? You're only going to get straight time because you average out to 40 hours a week if we're extending the amount of time that we can calculate overtime pay. I mean, we've got to be serious. This is not for the worker. Not at all. This is not for the working class. This gives a lot more power to your employer in determining how much they can make you work and how much they're going to pay you. So when he says no tax on overtime, probably because you're not going to have any overtime to tax to begin with.
I don't know if I like that idea or not. Like, think about it, right? So say if they do it in 2 weeks, right? So 2 weeks I'm supposed to get 80 hours. So say I wanted to work 60 hours in the first week because I only wanted to work 2 days the next week. So I work 2 10-hour days and I'm at 80 hours. And I could take the rest of the week off. I don't have to work. But if I decide to work, then that would technically be overtime, would it not?
Yo, Diddy paid $1 million to have Tupac unalived? Did y'all see this? Watch this.
And we begin with that breaking news at the top of this hour. New court documents show that Dwayne Keefe D. Davis accused hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs of paying $1 million for the killing of rap icon Tupac Shakur. According to the court documents, Davis claims Combs paid Eric Von Martin the money. He also says that Combs offered to set up a phone call with Terrence Brown, who was the driver of the car that rolled up next to Shakur and Suge Knight on September 7th, 1996, near the Strip. Now, Davis says that he was telling on himself and not trying to provide evidence against anyone else. He's accused of orchestrating the plot to kill Shakur. A trial date has been set now for some time in November.
Yo, all they wanted to do was get Diddy's foot in the door. Because if this accusation is right, which I think it is, baby, these RICO charges are the least of his problems. This came out July 24th. Where have y'all been? Because I didn't see this and nobody told me about this.
I remember Diddy saying, if you get on your knees.
What was he talking about? I said, if you get on your knees, you're supposed to cry. If you're singing a song.
Oh, okay. We segueing into the Drink Champs interview when you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody. They made a compilation video of you because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, did he see it? No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star and on the gram.
Check this out. When they started playing the game, the pause game, I would definitely
That came from Harlem too. By the way.
It came from Harlem. I definitely would say some. Oh my! Ooh, the crowd would be like, "Whoa! Did he just say that?" You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But yeah.
Did
the
you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
He's like, I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey. Nah. I mean, I was
You don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like.
I'm sure we can put Charlamagne's compilation against Diddy's compilation.
We have a bunch. We put.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't do it because I know I'm bad at the game. I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth that's just not maybe adding up to with somebody who's homophobic, but I'm not homophobic and I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm bad at the game, and it's probably hilarious. I would love to see it. I would love to see the video compilation.
It's hilarious.
50 came up here and he was giving you flack for the asking Fab to party. So he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
I want you to party with me for your birthday, man.
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and Fifth just...
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not...
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see it.
Y'all can't see that he loves me?
But see...
You really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why not? Y'all both passionate. Y'all both.
I don't know. Check this out. I don't know.
Like
I don't.
Both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay.
We are not the same.
But I mean,
we are not cut from the same cloth.
Work hard.
Yeah, and you know, I mean,
That's crazy, man. Tiamat. I'm not sure what that is.
Yo, guys, you will not believe what I just saw now. There's a video going around called "Do Not Search for It" if you really want your life, if you don't want to torture yourself or be thinking that what is this world is going into. It's called S8N. You will not believe what I saw there. And TikTok is promoting this this word. Something is happening in this white man people country. Broop, remember, do not search for it.
Why he tell us to not search for it? Knowing that we're gonna search for it. Come on, man.
Alright, something really weird is going on. There are way too many people experiencing the same thing when it comes to these auditory hallucinations. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go back to my last couple videos. But basically, it's where you go to sleep or you lay down at night, turn your fan on, and you start hearing like a radio on that's not there, or it sounds like the TV's on and you go check, but there's nothing on. What's crazy is everybody's having the same experiences. It sounds like there's a radio, but you can't hear the words. It sounds like the TV's on, but you can't make out what they're saying. I've even seen people saying that their spouse is hearing it as well. Now, there's a lot of people saying their spouse doesn't hear it, so that makes them think that they're crazy, but the people whose spouses do hear it are hearing the same thing, and then finding out that there's no sound there. I don't know if it's some type of a Mandela effect, or if it's CERN, or if it's 5G, or HARP. Maybe it's even our consciousness coming into the fifth dimension. But after that video I made last night, there's over 1,000 people who are saying they're experiencing the exact same thing.
Hey everybody, East County White Boy here. I just want to let you guys in on a little bit of knowledge. So it turns out that the GMO that they put into chickens is estrogen. So that's what makes the chickens big and plump, is the estrogen. So that's also the reason why a lot of men are hormonal and weird and like girly-ish and like thinking, oh, maybe I'm gay, I'm just like that, you know? It's because they're naturally getting a little bit more estrogen than normal men do because they eat chicken and like chicken. And, yeah. The FDA wants everyone to be gay so that way they get AIDS. So that way they have to take an AIDS medication to not die. Whereas if they died, then the government could collect that paycheck that's on your head. Like, and if you're wondering what paycheck's on my head, when you're born, you get that Social Security number that's tied in with a federal bank account that has a number on your head. Little bit of knowledge for your brain hole. East County White Boy out.
2024 is going to be very chaotic. There's some weird movies coming out. How many guys saw the recent movie Leave the World Behind? Anybody saw that movie there? Oh, okay. Am I watching a movie or is this a documentary realistic thing? And then I'm seeing Mark Zuckerberg just spent $100 million building a house in Hawaii with a nuclear bunker. What does he know that the rest of the world doesn't know about? Oh, accidentally, coincidentally, a week after that movie comes out, a new movie comes out. What's the name of that movie? Civil War. Then you're pitting whites against blacks. Our power grid in America hasn't been updated. 75% of it hasn't been updated in, God, 50 years.
Freaking Jim Cantori is in Charleston right now, guys. He arrived today. I was just on the Facebook group, the Jim Cantori Facebook group, and they have eyes on him in Charleston, South Carolina right now. If you don't know who Jim Cantori is, he is a very famous meteorologist who goes to any state that is about to get fucked up, y'all. Fucked up by Mother Nature. And he just showed up in Charleston. And now you're sending 3 home.
What's happening in Charleston? Hopefully nothing too bad. I don't know nothing about Jim Cantori, but if you do, you might know more than me on that topic. But yeah, man, there's some strange stuff going out here. Man, it's crazy what's going on with Diddy, too. Diddy got a lot of more charges coming for him. Man, what do you guys think about that mothership that's supposedly headed for Earth? Do you guys think it's a real thing? Do you think the mothership's already here? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.